The Royal Height of Music podcast is brought to you by the Black Lives Matter World Theme Song Anthem. Available at all of the major digital outlets. Or you can also go to the website binrorecords.com and download a free spoken word version of the Black Lives Matter World Theme Song Anthem. Thank you, and now, to the show.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Royal Height, the music ambassador, and I would like to welcome all to the Royal Height of Music. Our byline is taking our music to the world. And this morning on one of our premier presentations on our podcast, we're honored to have as our guest none other than Dr. Ann Coles II. She is the overseer of Kingdom Life Outreach Center here in Washington, D.C., and she is just an astounding lady. She has touched the lives of so many people, not only in this area, but all over the world, and we have her as our pioneer guest because of what she's doing. She does so many things and does so many things well. I'm honored this morning to say good morning to my friend, and just a good person, a person that's very intelligent. We've worked together on many situations, and I'm just honored to have none other than Dr. Ann Coles II. Good morning, Ann.
Good morning, Roy. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm certainly honored to have you here this morning.
Thank you.
Just real quickly, could you give us just a little background and tell the folks where you come from, what you've been doing, and some of what are you doing currently, please?
Well, I am a true Washingtonian, born and raised in
Oh, all
Washington,
right.
D.C., Southeast girl. Went through D.C. Public School and Prince George's County Public School and furthered my education. I am presently the senior pastor at Kingdom Life Outreach Center and the president and founder of the movement called Put Your Guns Down and Life Your Hands Up. And the sole purpose of that is I believe in dealing with people. We have to deal with your physical man, your mental man, and your spiritual man. And I incorporate all of them together to make it effective. Is very dear to me. Growing up in Southeast, we went through a lot. We went through a whole lot. And DC, Southeast DC, we call it Ward 8, Ward 7 is still going through a lot today. So it's very dear to me. And even as a pastor, I still go through a lot of stuff. Believe it or not, I don't look like what I go through. And that's what makes me passionate. Hurt is hurt, and that's real. I use music because I do sing. I love to teach. Um, and I call it performing arts because there's several ways. And I have found that to be the common denominator to make ministry effective, to reach all generations because each generation have different factors that gear to their life to make a change. So basically, that's what I'm about, and hopes and I pray that through doing work with people at all different levels, we'll first develop a relationship with them that's trusting, and will give them an opportunity that if they really want to change their life around, whether it's physically, mentally, or spiritually, let them know that I'm there for them. There's no cut cards with me. Then we can work together. And in the end, I hope through the work that God allows me and empower me and connect me with the people to make it effective, that someone will give their life to Christ. But if not,
Amen.
I've done what my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ has commanded me to do, is to show love
Awesome.
and understand love is an action and not an emotion.
All right, all right. Well, I'll tell you, Ann, I am just excited because, as I said in our intro, I've had the pleasure of working with you in many situations uh, related to one of the current big topics in this world right now, and that's the Black Lives Matter issue. And you, in fact, have invited me to perform and sang my song at several events. Well, could you tell us just a little bit about some of the events that we have worked together in?
Well, I actually met Roy with one of my community partners at 100 Fathers with Commissioner Franklin Malone at one of their events. And again, I love music. And Roy was there. And when I heard his song, I fell in love with it. Because if you listen to the lyrics, yes, he says Black Lives Matters, but he then breaks it down. It's not just Black Lives Matter, but all lives matter. So
That's right.
that makes that song by itself universal. Um, and when we think about Black lives, because I'm kind of tapped into the political, I also work with Roy with the Daryl Harrison Crimes Victim Foundation, where Daryl
Hmm.
Harrison II actually lost his son tragically due to gun
Hmm.
violence. So me and Roy connected then there's been a couple of projects that I've done. My Put Your Guns Down event that Roy has came out and performed there and spoke with the people. So I love Ambassador Royal Heights because he's very relatable. He's not all uppity and all that. And I found this man that he'll do anything for you. Even if some people have done him wrong, he still keeps the same attitude and still willing to help. And I think that's what we really need in our society.
All right, and now uh, uh, with all that's going on here, there have been so many marches, so many protests, and unfortunately, so many deaths. We have witnessed so many tragic deaths of black people around, especially around the United States in different areas. Can you tell us what kind of things you'd like to see? Because we got an election coming up real soon. What you'd like to see for this next election? What kinds of things you'd like to see to happen with a candidate that could really serve to alleviate some of these problems? What kind of things would you be looking for in a candidate to help? I mean, locally and nationally.
Ooh, now that's a loaded gun for me because I'm gonna keep it 100. Um, to me, I'm really not impressed with any of the candidates, to be really honest. But I understand it. Dealing with the different legislations and kind of tapping into the political world, I kind of understand. Some of them they do mean well, that they really want to make change. But the reality is, once they step into their job, their hands are kind of tied with a lot of things. They might want to introduce new laws, make amendments to laws, present new legislation to change some things. But the way our government system is set up, it's one person cannot do it. And it's very rare that you're going to get everybody on one accord to change something. So to me, the most powerful thing is community people. We can set our own pace because see, we don't have any guidelines that we have to maintain. We got to understand that our legislation, just like we go to work every day, that's their job. They're trying to put meat, potatoes on their table, keep their household. So they can only step so far without validating their position. But we as community leaders, that you ain't paying us, we ain't got to answer to the government. If we would work in our own communities, and when I say our own community, if you would just work in the community you live in, because you understand the culture, you know the people there, you know what their needs are, and you do it from a realistic point of view, and you're committed, that's when change will come. And then when the government see that the community itself is standing together, that's when the real change will come. Because see, right now, all these political marches and stuff, the government don't care. Yes, they're giving you your right to freedom of speech, but they making money off of you at the same time. So if you want to keep putting all them thousands of dollars, go ahead, boo, do it. But the real change comes within. And once you do that, then you got to start. The last shall be first. So really, the first is the community. The second would be your, let's say, in would say your mayor, no, your city council. See, we got to go up the ladder. See, we so busy, we starting at the top, but the real work starts at the bottom. And that's what we need to educate our community on. If we really want
Okay.
stuff done, we need to start at the bottom. And the word of God say, and the last shall be first.
All right, all right, all right. Well, look, with this in mind, like I said, because we have a short time left, and I wanted to get just one last really good point from you, and I'd like to know just what your organization is doing in terms of change in the community. What some of the specific things that you're doing.
Okay. Right now, and I thank God for, I call her Queen Corona, for coming in. It has allowed where one of my community partners, and it's an Islam organization, has adopted the ministry, and we're able now since June, we've been able to feed at least 80 people Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Each day, that's about at least 80 people, a full cooked dinner meal, which is free. We give clothes away. I do a thing that's called Real Talk on Saturdays. It's not Bible study or a prayer meeting. It's just a safe place where we come together. Then I'm Ann. I'm not overseer doctor. I'm just Ann, living a regular life, and we talk about issues that we go through on a daily basis and try to help each other. I'm also involved with the Positive Black Women of Change, where we're dealing with this de-escalation bill on the Hill. So it's kind of giving me an inside track. So when I hear this de-escalation, I already know what it's about. I've partnershiped up with the U.S. Attorney Office because everybody and law enforcement, like we need help. So being a pastor, that kind of give us a cushion. Being faith-based, as the government calls it, that's safety ground for everybody. So I'm able to flip side for everybody and help everybody and keep everybody out of harm's way. And I have seen
All right.
in that particular district, change come from a realistic point of view. I don't believe in making a lot of big promises. I promise to do what I have the power to do, and people respect that.
Again, this is Royal Height, Music Ambassador. I'd like to thank our guests for coming on today, Miss Dr. Ann Coles II. See, you certainly were very informative, and we're looking forward also, Ann, to invite you back at a later date where you can give us a little bit more about what you're doing, because what you're doing, like you said, at a community, a one-on-one level is very, very important. And again, this is Royal Height, the music ambassador, inviting everybody to come back and see us again. This is taken, this is the Royal Height of, man, I'm jacking up on this part. So we're going to have to cut it back. I'll do it again. Again, this is Royal Height, the music ambassador. And this is the Royal Height of Music program here on our podcast. And our goal again is taking our music to the world. We're inviting you to join us again soon. And we are looking for sponsors. If you'd like to join us as a sponsor, we have many different levels that you can join us at. We're also looking for advertisers. If you'd like to promote your business, your product, your service, you need to contact us, as well as affiliates. If you'd like to join us, we can show you how you can use what you do to benefit not only yourself, but to help us as an affiliate. And again, join us. You can contact us at our 800 number, 1-888-666-3645. Again, that's 1-888-666-3645. And you certainly can come to our website. We're at venrorecords.com. Venro Records with an S.com. Definitely get in touch with us. Looking forward to hearing from you again real soon. Royal Height, the music ambassador, signing off.